Well, hello everyone. This is our October update with Jay Neuharth, the Navigators Chicago City Director. Jay, how are you today?
I am doing pretty good, all things considered, Tommy. Thank you. And before we go any further, I just want to thank those that are praying for us in the Chicago Navigators and for the city of Chicago, and also those that are giving to enable this work to go on. Just want to thank you. I know that it's a sacrifice of precious resources and time, so thank you.
Yeah. Two things that I did want to ask you, especially in light of that as a follow-up, as you look at the city of Chicago with the work of Navigators, what is one thing you're really encouraged by, but what is one challenge that you are dealing with as it relates to Chicago?
Wow. So the first thing that comes to mind in the challenge category is our unity in the staff. Unity meaning relational connection, because we're just not able to be together. Everybody is doing what you and I are doing right now. We're speaking from isolated rooms with the doors closed. And so it's very, very hard to really feel connected as a team, and then therefore it makes it hard to work together. That's one thing. And then I think one thing that's very encouraging to me is our work on the campuses, including our work with international students. Yep. I don't know if you know, Tommy, but one of the things that they've done now is some urban hikes with the international students that are in Chicago that are also doing their classes largely online, just getting together, wearing face masks and doing hikes. They went around Pilsen and enjoyed some delicious Mexican food there last month. And I think next month they're going to Chinatown. They hope to go to Chinatown. So I just really appreciate the creativity, because that sort of experiential discipleship is really valuable.
Got it. No, Kendra has done a phenomenal time in terms of leading the team as well, too. Hey, Jay, for those who are not familiar with Chicago, what's the breakdown in terms of, is it a mixture between male, female, young, and old? How would you describe the breakdown of the team in Chicago?
There really is a pretty good mix. We probably have from 24 up to some staff in their 70s. So age-wise, there's a mix, and probably about half and half men and women. So it's pretty good spread.
Got it. As it relates to October, any key updates that you want to share with the people who are watching today in terms of updates for Chicago?
Yeah, well, one thing that we are doing a week from this Saturday, so the 21st, is we're having our first time of a coordinated prayer walk for the city. So we'll be meeting in several different neighborhoods and suburbs, and then walking in pairs to pray for an hour. And then we'll also have a virtual group that's meeting at the same time to pray. And we're especially planning to pray for unity from the Lord's Prayer in John 17.
Got it.
Really looking forward to that. That's one thing that's coming up.
Yeah. Is that something open for staff, or is it open to all people, Jay?
Open to all people. Any of you that don't have the information and you want it, just let me know. We'll make sure you get that.
Got it. For those who are watching, we will make sure that we send that information, because as this city continues to really be able to shut down with COVID, and in light of all of the different, the presidential election and economic instability, a lot of people are struggling. How do we pray for unity during this period of time?
Yeah, that would be wonderful. Some of you could join us.
Yeah.
And we will, for the ones that do meet in person, of course, we will do all of the necessary COVID precautions, face masks, social distancing, etc.
Hey, Jay, from your perspective, especially a team leader, as you even talk with the staff, what are some of the things that you really encourage them, that you emphasize when you talk about unity, especially with the team or even when you engage with different partners?
One thing that is absolutely essential is that we address the elephants in the room. So when there's something that comes up in our discussions that is a conflict, for example, or maybe something created some pain, I have to fight against my own kind of tendency to like everything to be calm and quiet and peaceful, to actually have real peace by making space and time to really talk about those things. And so that I feel like is really key to our unity, is that we don't skirt around the things that are uncomfortable to talk about.
Yeah. And that means a lot of times for you as a leader, you're in a position where you are actively listening and understanding that pain as well too, right, Jay?
I want to do that. That's exactly what I want to do. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah. Hey, there's 3 initiatives that a lot of times I've been sharing with a lot of the people who are reading the emails a little bit. Abide, ignite, and multiply. Talk about those 3, and every single month we've been highlighting one of those. This month we're going to talk about multiply, but generally talk about abide, ignite, and multiply, and talk specifically about multiply today.
Okay, so briefly on abide, that is like a foundational one of entering into and continuing to lean in to grow in knowing Jesus and knowing the Holy Spirit, knowing the Father. That's our abide. Like the vine, the being connected as a branch into the vine and dwelling in that, from John 15. And then the ignite is that those of us that are working as staff, that are privileged to be working as staff, we are not just there to do our own thing, but to seek to ignite movements of everybody, those that are real life disciple makers. And then the multiply part is actually where we want to see the gospel flow. We want to see the good news and all the things that come from the good news flow through real life disciple makers that are plumbers and engineers and school teachers and bus drivers and factory workers and doctors and nurses, to where just in life to life discipling, that knowledge of Jesus, this relationship with Jesus, is able to be contagiously passed along.
Got it. And with everything that is happening, you have initiatives with marketplace leaders, you have initiatives with college students, you have with the Army base, everything like that. How do you, and we've been talking a lot about unity, in the midst of multiplication, how do you continue to grow unity where everyone is communicating and on the same page versus everyone just doing their own thing and then just calling it Chicago Navigators?
Sure. By the way, it's a naval base. I have my friends up at the naval base that would really object if I didn't mention that. But yeah, I think that the one thing that unifies us is place. So we have in one place people that are involved with all different kinds of specialized practice of ministry. So for example, in Pilsen, it's very close to the university. So we have university students. That's kind of a special community of practice for us among college students. But at the same time, we have a large number of Latino people that live there. So that would be kind of connected more with those of us that work cross-culturally with nations within. And then there's also not too far away, we have Little Village, Lawndale, some areas that experience a lot of poverty, a lot of lack of resources. And we have community of practice, Isaiah 58, that works with those. So by recognizing that we all share a space and place, and connecting more with those that are close to us, that have that proximity, which is really how community forms for human beings, that is one thing that can bring our unity. By recognizing the places that we are at and rallying and praying for and loving the people and serving in that community.
Got it. Thank you, Jay. Well, a lot of times I wanted Jay to talk a little bit about multiply. Next month, we're going to talk a little bit about abide as well, too. And so with the Chicago team, how do you continue to really engage the city with the gospel through the whole idea of discipleship as well, too? Jay, by the time we talk again to this particular group, Thanksgiving will have been over. One of the challenges, one of the things I'm asking people to do is we're trying to raise $40,000 for general operations. That includes Philemon's time, operations, some of the initiatives that you want to do to encourage and train your staff. I mean, we're going to continue to share more information about that, but can you share with the audience a little bit a message of Thanksgiving that you want to give to them?
Well, we're very grateful for you all, but I'm also really grateful for the staff here in the city that are really working hard and have been pressing on through the difficulties in COVID, and we're able to support them because of the gifts and the prayers that you give. So that's one thing I'm really grateful for, is you all and your partnership. So there's a very real way that even if you're not in Chicago yourself, that you are part of what God is doing here.
Got it. Well, thank you so much. And Jay, you know this. I mean, every single month we see, look at the reports of so many of you guys who are so dedicated to give one-time gifts, monthly gifts, everything like that. We don't take that lightly. We want to steward it well. We want to honor you. And that's why every single month I ask Jay to come on to share with you what he's doing and what's happening, because we want to over communicate so that you know this is what's going on with it and this is what, because we want, look, it's your hard-earned money, especially during this period of COVID. And so it's really, really important for us to honor that gift and really be able to respect and always be grateful for that gift. So Jay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Tommy.
Yeah. Hey, for more information on Chicago Navigators, go to chicagonavs.org. Go to chicagonavs.org. Hey, Jay, I mean, I even just heard about Kendra and them doing a hike in Chinatown. My next call will be to Kendra and see if I could actually help pay for that dinner and host that dinner for her.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kendra also works with Tim and Carolyn Bierma with the international students. I really am proud of all of them.
You got it. Thank you so much. And hey, we'll talk soon, Jay.
Sounds good, Tommy. Bye-bye.